Hold on. I remember B telling me this place connects to the sewers. With the security on the fritz, you know, eyes open. This is it. For a rookie, you've got powerful magic. Another one of these little countermeasures. Keeps the drag out. They don't like being zapped. Careful. Watch your step. This wasn't here the last time, I swear. B has got some serious trust issues. Think you can figure it out? Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna let you. It's better for everyone if this package doesn't end up with those fucking morning light hippies. We're a different breed, you and I. We're better than they are. So let me take this with me and go through that door, and I will owe you a favor. A big one. Do we have a deal? Believe me, I hate this as much as you do. We'll see each other again, when the both of us have grown a bit. I'd like that very much. Take care, okay? When I'm ready for you, you'll know where to find me. I promise.
guess I come across pretty hyped up about all this. It's not that I'm enjoying it, you know, I'm not one of those Norwegian black metal guys. I don't like get off on death. But it feels like all my life I've been waiting for this to happen. I've read the books, watched the movies, played the games, buried a survival kit in the backyard. Now this is happening, it's really happening. The freaking zombie apocalypse. And people are freaking out. So I can really do something. I can help make things okay again. Well, not like you. This is like your day job. Saving the world and stuff. Putting your life on the line and needs of others before your own. Right? Right? You could work on your outfit a bit, though. I'm just saying, it's a bit weak for a superhero. I could, like, show you some sketches after we've gone through this. I'm thinking mask, black leather, no cape. Capes are so out this year. So, this is not your average everyday zombie outbreak. Sure, you got your basic shamblers and runners, but they don't just bite. They do other stuff, like special effects stuff. And then there's the tanks, like, you know, big Hulk zombies, not zombie tanks with wheels. That'd be just goofy. But, kinda cool. We also got zombies rising from the ground, not just the ocean. Some of them must be, like, 50 years old. Older, I mean, this isn't a big town. If it was just living folks turning, you wouldn't even call it an army of darkness. It'd be a scout patrol darkness. But the weirdest thing, no matter how you bust them up, they keep coming back. Mrs. Creed, she roasts them like marshmallows. Pastor Henry buries them in the churchyard. Edgar, well, you don't want to know what Edgar does. Next thing you know, they're coming out of the fog. Again. Over and over again. Sucks to be us. Yeah, the mutant Smurfs? Not my idea. That's Edgar. I think he even collects Smurf figures. He's a bit weird, but he's totally cool once you get to know him. He's real funny. Just stay away from those dogs. Tango and Cash, they're evil. Carry biscuits. Carry lots of biscuits. I did some research on those blue things. Did you know they're from, like, Viking mythology? They were called Drog, and they're the ghosts of the dead lost at sea. Don't ask me what Vikings are doing in Kingsmith. I'm thinking ancient blood curse. It's always a curse. I like having a name for the monsters. Better to think of them as something with a name. Something that was human once, you know? In a way that's a lot less scary than Smurfs. Smurfs have no humanity whatsoever. How is having superpowers working out for you? My friend Carter, she has some real Sam Creek novel stuff going on. It's pretty wild. Like, any girl can give you a drop-dead look, only she could probably do it for real. But she's not like that at all. She won't even kill plants. I've given up on asking her to. For someone with powers, Carter is totally normal. She does get steamed about the weirdest things, like me going out alone. But she's not the only one. Sheriff Bannerman wants me back at the station by curfew. Like being out past dinner time is a big deal when the dead walk the earth. I may not be able to shoot fire or melt faces or, you know, jump my own height. I'm a good runner. I've read all the right comics and I'm, like, great with wires and motors and microchips and stuff. Necessity is a mother of invention, right? I've already rigged a bunch of defenses around the town, so watch your step. I figure every superhero needs a brilliant inventor. I've got that much to aspire to. I'm the geeky sidekick. Yay. awesome. I knew it. First the zombies rise from the dead, then they send in the men in black, and then the guys with superpowers show up. This is totally like the August issue of Katana Guy and Headphones Girl. You know, the one in Antarctica with the tentacles and mutant Nazi zombies. I am so psyched to meet you. Can you, like, fly? We could really use some superhero action in this town. I mean, it's a zombie apocalypse. You'd think with all the hours I put into Left 4 Dead, they'd let me carry a gun. But I just get the runaround. You're only 15. Yeah, I'm also like the last man standing. Not counting Andy, or Moose, or Henry, or Edgar. Anyway, it's not like I'm accidentally going to shoot anyone. Living. This sheriff doesn't even believe I saw the MIBs roll up in their black vans with no license plates. I used my RC plane with the wireless webcam, got a bird's eye view of the action. They're packing some sweet tech. Real made in Area 51 stuff. Good thing they're on our side. They are on our side, right? Yeah, I figured they would be, since they're herding up the mutant Smurfs, you know, the Drog, and probably experimenting on them. Think alien autopsy footage in front of a live studio audience. That'd be really neat, in a totally gross way, of course.
want to stay out of my private circle. Well, we don't much appreciate strangers around here, seeing as we got us enough strange things already. Couldn't tell you much about the day that goddamn fog rolled in. I remember seeing it out in the bay, thick and dark, like pea soup. I went outside for a look-see, and everything went black. I woke up the next morning back in my trailer, splitting headache, like sharp things were crawling around inside my brain. Tango barking like crazy, and Cash staring at the door like something spooked him good out there. Something big and stinky. The fog took the whole town, or most of it, replaced them with Smurfs and Frankensteins. Now I call them Frankensteins on account of the movies, see? Dead men walking, get it? And the Smurfs, big blue bastards with spikes and claws, and those walking brains running the whole fucking freak show. Jeez, not that it made much of a difference around here. Town was filled with vermin and whores and devil worshippers long before that fog rolled in. Sure, you got your survivors back at the sheriff's office. That Bannerman lady, Andy, and that big guy, the outsider with the bike. What's his name? Elk? Deer? Gives a shit. Then there's Hawthorne, the pastor. That's not a man you should trust, let me tell you that. He's got Skeletors in his wardrobe. I'm telling you the truth. And that gypsy fortune teller, if she's still alive, the harlot, never slept with me. Slept with half the town, though, including the shrink, sheriff's husband, Bannerman. Hell, as for Norma, she's all right, but I feel a whole lot safer out here alone with my hounds. It's not the first time we've had an incident around these parts now. I've seen things, bad things, slimy things, things with 100 sharp teeth, 1,000 black eyes, and terrible thoughts that chew and claw their way into your brain. It hurts like a motherfucker. Makes your nose bleed. Gives you terrible nightmares. They stay there. Never, ever leave you. I'm a genuine local. Grew up right here on Solomon Island, just south of town, at the Overlook Motel. Used to be nice down there. Red oaks in the forest, beautiful ocean view. Place all boarded up these days. Been that way since those guests just up and vanished. And those lights and knocking sounds at night. Screams. Word of mouth got round. People stopped coming. And we had to shut down. Now that whole business at the motel started when the Englishman disappeared. Never saw the man again. Left all his luggage and everything. Didn't even pay up. Wicker, I think his name was. I think it was Wicker. Yeah, his room smelled like cigarettes and booze and sulfur and English stuff, you know. And there was this sticky black stuff all over. I remember because I had to clean it up afterwards. By that point, my mama had had enough. What with Pa dying and all. And then Henry and Tom Dexter. So she left for Florida, said I had to fend for my own from now on. At least I had the scrapyard. Been running that ever since. Everyone always told me I'd never amount to much. Everyone except my mama and Tom. Tom Dexter's his name. Now he believed in me. Tom always believed in me. Then he died. And I had nothing. Nothing but his memories inside my brain. And the yard. Of course I had the yard and my dogs. And my projects. I always got my projects. Those fuckers back in town. They'll be howling a different tune when they watch me ride out of here. Waving my handkerchief. Blowing exhaust up their tight assholes. Fuck you! They're gonna be sorry for treating me the way they did. Calling me a retard. And bad-mouthing my mama. God bless her soul. They're gonna pay for what happened to Tom Dexter, I'll tell you that too. I swear on my life,